There is a silent enemy living inside millions of people. It doesn't carry a weapon, it doesn't make noise, it doesn't announce its arrival, yet every single day it destroys dreams, kills potential, and steals futures. That enemy is laziness. And the scary part is that most people don't even realize they are losing the battle. Because laziness doesn't always look like doing nothing. Sometimes it looks like waiting for the perfect moment. Sometimes it looks like endless planning. Sometimes it looks like scrolling on your phone for just 5 minutes. Sometimes it looks like telling yourself you'll start tomorrow, and tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. Next month becomes next year. Then one day you wake up and wonder where all the time went. You wonder why your life looks exactly the same. You wonder why everyone else seems to be moving forward while you're standing still. You wonder why your dreams feel so far away. But deep down, you already know the answer. The answer isn't lack of talent. The answer isn't talent. The answer isn't lack of intelligence. The answer isn't lack of opportunity. The answer is that every day you chose comfort instead of growth. Every day you chose easy instead of necessary. Every day you chose temporary pleasure instead of long-term success. And little by little, those choices created the life you're living now. The truth is that laziness never charges you immediately. That's why people underestimate it. Imagine if every time you wasted an hour, $100 disappeared from your bank account. You would stop instantly. Imagine if every excuse cost you a year of your life. You would think differently. But laziness doesn't work that way. It takes payment later, much later, and when the bill finally arrives, it's often too late to get your time back. One day you'll look around and see people who started after you but passed you. People who had less talent than you but worked harder. People who were less gifted but more disciplined. And you'll realize something painful. Talent was never the problem. Effort was. Potential was never the problem. Action was. Dreams were never the problem. Execution was. Every successful person has days when they don't feel like working. Every athlete gets tired. Every entrepreneur gets discouraged. Every winner has moments of doubt. The difference is they move anyway. They act anyway. They push anyway. Because they understand a secret most people never learn. Your feelings cannot be trusted to build your future. If you only work when you feel motivated, you will spend most of your life waiting. Motivation is unreliable. Discipline is reliable. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Motivation depends on emotion. Discipline depends on commitment. And commitment is what separates ordinary people from extraordinary people. Look at your life honestly, not emotionally, not defensively. Honestly. How many goals have you delayed? How many opportunities have you ignored? How many promises have you broken to yourself? Think about all those mornings you said you would wake up early. Think about all those nights you promised tomorrow would be different. Think about all those plans that never became reality. Each broken promise took something from you, not money, not status, something even more valuable, self-respect. Every time you fail yourself, your confidence weakens. Every time you avoid responsibility, your belief in yourself decreases. Every time you quit, a part of you begins to wonder if you're capable at all. That is the hidden damage nobody talks about. Laziness doesn't just steal success, it steals self-trust. And once you stop trusting yourself, everything becomes harder. You stop believing your own goals, you stop believing your own plans, you stop believing your own words. You become a stranger to your own potential. And that is a dangerous place to be. Because life becomes smaller when you stop believing yourself. Your dreams become smaller, your goals become smaller, your standards become smaller. Eventually you settle for things you once promised yourself you'd never accept. Not because you're weak, because you slowly trained yourself to expect less. The saddest thing in life is not failure. The saddest thing in life is unused potential. A book that was never written, a business that was never started, a dream that was never pursued, a talent that was never developed. a life that was never fully lived. The cemetery is full of people who had incredible potential. Potential alone means nothing. The world doesn't reward potential. The world rewards action. You can have the greatest dream in the world, but if you never act on it, it remains a dream. You can have incredible intelligence, but if you never use it, it remains wasted. You can have all the talent imaginable, but if laziness controls your life, nobody will ever know, including you. Imagine meeting the person you could have become. Imagine standing face to face with the strongest version of yourself, the disciplined version, the confident version, the successful version, the fearless version, the version that never gave up, the version that fought through excuses, the version that showed up every day. Now imagine that version looking at you and asking one question. Why didn't you try? Not why did you fail? Not why did you struggle? Not why was it hard? Just one question. Why didn't you try? That question would hurt more than any failure ever could, because failure teaches. Failure builds character. Failure creates wisdom. But regret destroys from the inside. Regret whispers at night. Regret follows you for years. Regret reminds you of every opportunity you ignored, every risk you avoided, every dream you abandoned. And most regret comes from action not taken. People regret what they didn't do far more than what they did. That's why laziness is so expensive, because it creates regret, a debt that grows heavier every year. Right now, somewhere in the world, somebody is working while others are sleeping. Somebody is studying while others are scrolling. Somebody is training while others are complaining. Somebody is building while others are procrastinating. Years from now, the difference between those people will be enormous, not because of one big moment, because of thousands of small decisions. Success is not one giant leap. It's thousands of tiny steps taken consistently. Likewise, failure is not one giant mistake. It's thousands of small excuses repeated daily. Every day you delay the work becomes harder. Every day you avoid responsibility becomes heavier. Every day you postpone your future moves further away. And eventually what was once easy becomes difficult. What was once possible becomes unlikely. What was once a dream becomes a regret. That's why today matters, not next year, not next month. Today, because your future is being built right now, not tomorrow, not someday. Right now, with every decision you make, with every excuse you accept, with every action you take or refuse to take. Life is always moving. The clock is always ticking. Time is always passing. The question is simple. Are you moving with it, or are you standing still while your life slips away? Many people think they have time, unlimited time, but none of us know how much time we actually have. Years pass faster than you think. One day you're 18, the next day you're 25, then 30, 40, then 50, and suddenly you're looking back wondering how everything happened so fast. Time is the most valuable asset you'll ever possess. Once it's gone forever. Money can return, opportunities can return, relationships can heal, but time never comes back. Every wasted day is a piece of life you'll never recover. Think about that. A piece of life. Gone forever. That should wake you up. That should shake something inside you. Because your life is too valuable to spend trapped in excuses. Your dreams are too important to abandon. Your potential is too powerful to waste. The world doesn't need another person settling for less than they're capable of. The world needs people willing to rise, people willing to fight, people willing to sacrifice comfort for growth, people willing to become who they were born to be. And that person can be you, but only if you make a decision, a real decision, not a temporary emotional decision, a permanent decision. The decision to stop negotiating with your excuses, the decision to stop waiting for motivation, the decision to stop expecting easy, the decision to embrace responsibility, the decision to take ownership of your life. Because the moment you take responsibility, everything changes. You stop blaming circumstances, you stop blaming other people, you stop blaming bad luck, you stop blaming the past, and you start focusing on what you can control: your actions, your effort, your habits, your discipline, your mindset. That is where power lives. Not in excuses, not in complaints, not in wishing. Power lives in responsibility. And the moment you understand that, you become dangerous. Dangerous to mediocrity, dangerous to weakness, dangerous to laziness, dangerous to every limitation that once controlled your life. The hidden cost of laziness is not measured in missed days, it's measured in missed lives. Entire futures disappear because people refuse to take action. Entire destinies remain undiscovered because people choose comfort. Entire legacies vanish because people keep waiting. Don't be one of them. Don't let your story end before it truly begins. Don't let comfort rob you of greatness. Don't let excuses steal your future. Don't let laziness write the ending of your life. Stand up, wake up, take control. And remember this: every day you choose discipline, your future becomes stronger. Your confidence becomes stronger. Every day you choose action, your dreams move closer. And every day you defeat laziness, you become the person you were always meant to be. And yet, even after hearing all of this, many people will still do nothing. Not because they don't understand, not because they aren't capable, but because change is uncomfortable. And the human mind is designed to seek comfort. It wants the easy road. It wants instant pleasure. It wants rewards without effort. It wants results without sacrifice. But life doesn't work that way. Reality doesn't care about your excuses. Reality doesn't reward intentions. Reality rewards action. The world only responds to what you do, not what you plan, not what you promise, not what you dream about at night, what you actually do. And that truth is difficult for many people to accept, because accepting that truth means responsibility. It means realizing that the life you're living today is largely the result of the choices you've made, the habits you've repeated, the standards you've accepted, the actions you've taken or failed to take. That realization can be painful, but it can also be powerful. Because if your choices created your current life, then new choices can create a new future. Think about the person you were 5 years ago. What did that person dream about? What did that person hope for? What promises did that person make? Now ask yourself honestly, did you become everything that person hoped you would become? Or did distractions get in the way? Did fear get in the way? Did comfort get in the way? Did laziness get in the way? For many people, that question hurts because somewhere deep inside, they know they could have done more. They know they could have pushed harder. They know they could have been better. And that feeling follows them every year, every birthday, every New Year's resolution, every time they see someone else succeeding, not because they're jealous, because they're reminded of their own unfinished potential. Potential is a beautiful thing, but it can also become a painful thing, because potential means possibility, and every possibility ignored eventually becomes regret. Imagine standing at the end of your life. Imagine looking back at every year you've lived, every opportunity, every decision, every excuse, every dream. And imagine realizing that most of your limitations were never real. Imagine realizing that the walls you feared were never there. Imagine realizing that you spent years doubting yourself when you were capable all along. How painful would that be? How painful would it be to discover that the life you wanted was possible, but you never fully committed to earning it? That is why action matters, because action removes doubt. Action creates clarity. Action creates confidence. Action creates growth. Most people wait until they feel ready, but nobody ever feels completely ready. The entrepreneur doesn't feel ready. The athlete doesn't feel ready. The leader doesn't feel ready. The champion doesn't feel ready. They simply begin. And through beginning, they become ready. That is one of the greatest secrets of success. You don't wait for confidence. You build confidence through action. You don't wait to become fearless. You become fearless by facing fear repeatedly. You don't wait until the path is clear. You start walking, and the path reveals itself. Every great achievement begins with uncertainty. Every great victory begins with doubt. Every great transformation begins with a decision to move despite fear, a decision to work despite discomfort, a decision to continue despite obstacles. Because the truth is, your future self is depending on you. The person you'll become 10 years from now is being shaped by what you do today, not tomorrow, today, the body you'll have, the income you'll have, the confidence you'll have, the opportunities you'll have, the relationships you'll have, the life you'll have. All of it is connected to the choices you make right now. That should inspire you because it means you have power. More power than you realize. Every single day you are casting votes for the person you will become. Every action is a vote. Every habit is a vote. Every decision is a vote. When you wake up and do the work, you're voting for strength. When you keep your promises, you're voting for confidence. When you push through resistance, you're voting for discipline. When you choose growth over comfort, you're voting for greatness. The problem is that many people vote against themselves every day. They vote for weakness, they vote for procrastination, they vote for excuses, they vote for mediocrity. Then they wonder why their lives never change. Life always reflects your repeated choices. Always. Whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not, the mirror never lies. Your habits are creating your future right now, at this very moment. And that's why you cannot afford to waste another year. You cannot afford to keep waiting. You cannot afford to keep telling yourself the same stories. Because time keeps moving. The clock never stops. Every minute is gone forever. Every hour is gone forever. Every day is gone forever. And one day you'll realize that life was never waiting for you. Life was moving the entire time. The question is whether you moved with it. There will always be reasons to quit. There will always be reasons to wait. There will always be reasons to stay comfortable. But there are also reasons to fight. Reasons to grow. Reasons to become better. Reasons to chase the life you deserve. Remember where you came from. Remember the struggles you've survived. Remember the obstacles you've already overcome. You are stronger than you think. You've already made it through difficult days. You've already survived challenges that once seemed impossible. You have proof that you're capable. The problem is not capability. The problem is consistency. Success doesn't require perfection. It requires persistence. You don't need to be the best. You don't need to be the smartest. You don't need to be the most talented. You simply need to keep going when others stop. Keep showing up when others quit. Keep working when others make excuses. Because small efforts repeated consistently create extraordinary results. One workout doesn't change a body. One day of studying doesn't create mastery. One day of hard work doesn't build a business. But repeated daily, those actions transform lives. The same principle works in reverse. One lazy day won't destroy your future. But repeated daily, it absolutely will. That's why every day matters. Not because it changes everything immediately, because it shapes everything eventually. The future isn't built in a single moment. It's built in ordinary moments. The moments nobody sees, the moments nobody applauds, the moments when you're alone, the moments when you decide whether to do the work or avoid it. Those moments define your life, not the big moments, the small ones, the invisible ones, the daily ones. And that is why discipline is so powerful. Discipline allows you to win those moments again and again, until winning becomes your identity, until effort becomes normal, until growth becomes automatic, until success becomes inevitable. There is a version of you waiting on the other side of discipline, a stronger version, a wiser version, a healthier version, a wealthier version, a more confident version, a version that no longer runs from challenges, a version that no longer hides behind excuses, a version that takes responsibility, a version that leads, a version that inspires, a version that wins. That version already exists. The only thing separating you from that person is your daily choices. Not luck, not talent, not genetics. Choices. The choices you make when nobody is watching. The choices you make when motivation disappears. The choices you make when things become difficult. Those choices reveal who you truly are. And from this day forward, you have a choice. You can continue living the same way. You can continue making excuses. You can continue delaying your future. You can continue choosing comfort, or you can make a different decision. A decision to take ownership, a decision to stop running, a decision to stop waiting, a decision to stop wasting the gift of your potential. Because your life matters, your dreams matter, your future matters, and the time to act is not next year, not next month, not next week. The time to act is now, right now, this moment, this decision, this choice. Let today be the day everything changes. Let today be the day you stop negotiating with laziness. Let today be the day you stop betraying your own potential. Let today be the day you become the person you've been capable of becoming all along. Years from now, you'll either thank yourself for the actions you took today, or you'll wish you had started sooner. Choose wisely, because the hidden cost of laziness is far too expensive. It costs dreams, it costs confidence, it costs opportunities, it costs years. And for some people, it costs the life they could have lived. Don't let that be your story. Write a different ending. Start today, start now, and never look back.